Hey, this is Pastor Larry here with another Daily Dose. As we're taking this week to look at the exception clauses, why sometimes our prayers aren't answered, even though we've got a boatload of faith. And one of the ones we're going to look at right now is Psalm 66, verse 18. It says this: "If I had cherished sin in my heart, the Lord would not have listened. But God has surely listened and has heard my prayer." Now, this is a psalm of David. And David, talk about goofing up. He'd done it big time. He had committed adultery with a woman named Bathsheba. And then he had set the stage so that her husband would be killed off in battle. And then he'd married this woman. It's pretty hard to get worse than that. And what David realizes as he comes to his senses, as he comes back to the Lord, he knows he's going to carry the consequences of this sin throughout the rest of his life. But in the unseen realm, in eternity, in the sense of even in the midst of those consequences, God's blessing, he cries out to the Lord. And what he has come to realize is that when he is holding on to his sin, when he is cherishing it, I like to call it making an excuse for it, that the Lord would not listen. But he also says, when he turns from that sin and moves towards the Lord will listen. So the issue here when it comes to answered prayer is not the Lord won't answer prayer when we have sin. It's he won't answer prayer when we have cherished sin. It's the difference between something I'm struggling with and something that I'm defending. Something that I'm struggling with and something where I've set up camp and I said, well, you know what? This is just the way I am. You know, often I think we think of God as maybe grading on a curve or whatever. And so I'll look around and I'll go, well, I'm doing a little better than him or doing a little better than her. Or I'll go, well, man, most of my life, Lord, is really good. I just have this one room over here that you're not allowed into in the house of my life. But you know what? If that's how I'm living, it doesn't matter how strong my faith is. It doesn't matter how great my spiritual discipline is. It doesn't matter all of those things that I think overbalance or counterbalance what I'm cherishing in my heart is sin. No, I've got to deal with that sin. Not just confess that sin, but renounce it and turn from it. And yes, sometimes we're going to have to do that 100 times. Sometimes we're going to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 3 steps forward, 5 steps back. But it's in the journey of obedience that the answer to our prayers are found. So I want to encourage you. If you've got something you've been seeking the Lord on and he's just not been showing up, it could be because he's saying not yet. It could be because he's saying no. But it also could be because there's that closet there that you think you've counterbalanced with all the other good things in your life. If I cherish iniquity, sin in my heart, the little Hebrew word is if I harbor it, the Lord will not listen. Get rid of it. Pull it out. Renounce it. Turn from it and let God answer that prayer.